What is good and what is bad for risk, and how do you position based on that?
Yeah, honestly, this is a strange one. For once, we have a situation, if we get a number in line, so by in line, I mean up to 200,000, maybe down to 150, that will be good for risk. It will reassure us the US economy is recovering, that's fine, but not going to get us terrified that they're going to have to accelerate tapering. So that's the most bullish outcome for risk. But either side of that, if you get too strong a number, we get nervous about tapering. You get too weak a number, you get nervous about the US economy, negative for risk.
I mean, these comments make or break for the greenback. This particular number on the back of the week one last time, I mean, a little overblown?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yes, because I suspect there's a big chance of an outlier. We've got weather, we've got revisions, we've got people coming off unemployment benefits because of tax law changes. So look, there's loads of reasons for there being a skew. And if there's a reason for a distortion, the market will see a number and it might go, oh, well, that could be this, it could be that. So I don't think it necessarily becomes a make or break for a dollar. There is a sensitivity, but I think the market will want cleaner data in the months ahead to kind of make a bigger judgment on the dollar.
But do you go long dollars if we get 200,000?
Yeah. I mean, I think the dollar reaction is reasonably straightforward. Right. Good numbers, dollar bullish, and negative numbers, dollar bearish. But for all other currencies, it's this much more muddied kind of risk on, risk off dynamic that's in play.
We've got Yellen's testimony next week.
Yeah.
How is that going to play out in the market?
By rights, it should be dovish. I mean, she's been always marketed as being the uber dove within the Fed. So I think that's the market anticipation. But I think what will be interesting is this is the first time we hear her speaking for the Fed rather than for Janet Yellen.
Right.
And so on that basis, I think she might be a little bit more neutral. In other words, suggesting that the tapering process has begun. We'll stick at this pace unless we see something weird, either weirdly strong or weirdly weak. And we're quite happy with how the world looks, and we're not here to support EM. You know, maybe she won't say it so directly, but I think that will be the overriding message. So perhaps not quite as dovish as we're used to hearing her when she was just speaking for herself. She's now speaking for the Fed.
All right. Seems Draghi caught the market short of euros yesterday. Yeah. You know, it seemed people were confident, intraday traders confident enough to pile in whilst he was speaking.
Yeah.
Are we seeing that confidence continue this morning?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's kind of been the opposite of Dowsenberg. Every time he speaks, euro seems to go up rather than down. Yeah, I mean, there was disappointment, I think, amongst the doves, amongst the bears on euro, that he didn't offer more in terms of, oh, we're ready to pull the trigger on some form of easing. So we saw that euro rally. We saw it hold in Asia. I don't think we've necessarily seen much follow through this morning because you've got non-farms looming, and how much of a euro-dollar bet do you want to make with that big number coming out?